Let's first start with this filter. A beady 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 bumba. I got that off of somebody's TikTok. But anywho, I digress. I like to pop on and to give counseling tips and nuggets. And something I was thinking about today was called projection. Some people may be familiar with it, but everyone's not. And projection is a coping mechanism and psychological defense that we put in place to deal with some just difficult emotions. And projection is when a person puts their feelings on to you that have nothing to do with you. For example, you could have been in a relationship and your boyfriend or significant other broke your heart and they cheated, and you're now into a new relationship, and your significant other or your boyfriend has a female friend, and you feeling some sort of way about it, and you start projecting your feelings onto that person, and that person hasn't done anything, right? And so that's a classic example of projection. And we have to be careful about not taking on the feelings of another person when they are literally like projecting their feelings onto you, because it has nothing to do with you. And we sometimes may not know how to emotionally regulate when a person begins to project their feelings onto you, especially if you haven't done the work on yourself, right? And so then you can get into a war of words, and some things can be said and people can become heated. And so what I would recommend in those instances is that when you're feeling something and you have no proof, or we're not talking about following your gut or intuition, where you're just really leery and afraid of being hurt again, right? Your mind is giving you these reminders of painful experiences we have, and the mind is a beautiful thing, right, to have, to allow us to feel. So that's a great thing. But in those moments we have to just pause and breathe, really breathe, and stand still and really start to communicate, right, with our partner or significant other. But sometimes in those moments, we need to collect ourselves first and ask ourselves, what are we feeling and where is this coming from? Right. And so when people project onto us, we do not have to get back into that pissing war, what they use that word with other people. And then you're saying mean things back. And then it just becomes this big fiasco, right? So that's just something that I wanted to share about, that was on my mind about projection. But we don't have to own those feelings that other people attempt to project on to us.